Idaho's News Channel. This is Idaho's most complete weekend night report and the first look at tomorrow. Reported by Steve Ottesen and Monica Gayle with Eric Johnson on Weekend Sports.
Good evening. Gary Dotson is a free man tonight. After listening to several days of testimony, Illinois Governor James Thompson commuted Dotson's rape sentence today.
The governor said no good purpose would be served by returning Dotson to prison. He's already served 6 years of a 25-year sentence. Cassandra Clayton has more on the decision.
I therefore commute his sentence to the time he has served.
As Illinois Governor Jim Thompson read his decision, Gary Dotson watched the televised coverage from his home in suburban Chicago. He sat dispassionately until he knew he was free. But the governor said he couldn't give Dotson a full pardon after listening to 3 days of testimony during the clemency hearing and reading the transcripts of the original trial and the recent hearing to overturn Dotson's rape conviction.
I am satisfied also that Gary Dotson was proved guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. I believe that Kathy Crowell-Webb was raped on the evening of July 9, 1977. I do not believe the recantation story of Kathy Crowell-Webb.
But the governor said he felt Dotson deserved mercy because he's already served 6 years and his victim obviously felt he should be freed. The governor said he felt questions many of the public have concerning this case needed to be resolved.
In this case, as in all cases, it is important not only that justice be done, but that the people believe that justice is being done.
The governor said he was probably taking the hard way out by commuting Dotson's sentence, but Gary Dotson was hoping for a full pardon.
All along, we knew he'd come through with this because more or less they can't say that I'm innocent because it would make the system look so bad, and in fact, it had hurt many proceedings in the system.
Now that he's free, Dotson plans to go to Colorado to see the mountains, but he also intends to continue to fight through the courts to try to prove his innocence, something he's failed to do so far before the courts and the governor. Cassandra Clayton, NBC News, Chicago.
The death toll in Saturday's fire at a British soccer stadium is now at 52. Flames completely destroyed the grandstand at Bradford, England in 4 minutes yesterday. At first it was thought someone playing with matches started the blaze, but Phil Bremen reports investigators aren't so sure today.
Through the night, authorities dug the victims out of the charred ruins, men, women, and children. But today, as police investigated the tragic fire, a grieving community could not even be sure who had died. The blaze was so intense, it left the dead unrecognizable. Police said it will take a painstaking examination of personal possessions and dental records to identify the remains. Authorities said they have found no clues to show how the fire started, accidentally or deliberately. They are studying television tape and appealing for any bystanders who saw anything to come forward. It's believed the flames spread so fast because the wooden grandstand was tinder dry and 77 years old. 6 months ago, fire inspectors recommended safety improvements, but the team could not afford them. And British safety laws don't apply to minor league clubs like Bradford. Since then, the team won its way into a bigger league and was awarded $500,000 to make the improvements. The work was to begin tomorrow. In this decaying industrial city, the only things on the way up have been unemployment and the local soccer team. Today, instead of enjoying the team's victory parade, survivors of the fire and other Bradford residents reached out to their God and to each other to try to come to terms with the tragedy.
Individuals and families are shocked and numbed with grief as a whole community mourns.
The Bradford team's record-breaking success this season was the only bright spot, the only thing going right in the lives of many people here. Now that has been crushed by catastrophe. Phil Bremen, NBC News, Bradford, England.
Here in the Boise area, the Colchester and Whitney fire districts are talking about how to save money fighting fires. Commissioners are considering a merger of their two districts. They say it could save taxes, bring more efficient service, and improve training programs. Both districts are battling financial shortfalls at this time. Commissioners are blaming it on the 1% initiative. They've been allowed only a 5% yearly budget increase since it passed.
1%. Okay, the fact is that funding is not there, and small amounts of money. When you add 5% of it, doesn't add up at the end of the year. Maybe large amounts of money by a merger will help out financially with the 5%.
The proposal is only in the talking stages at this time. Commissioners aren't sure if the plan would be in their best interests. There was a close call for the people riding in a car and a pickup truck in downtown Boise this afternoon. It was too close for the car and truck. Just before 3, the two vehicles collided at the 13th and State intersection. Police say the driver of the car ran a red light and then broadsided the pickup. The Pinto plowed into the truck with enough force to tip it over. 34-year-old Donna Miller-Alred of Boise was cited for running the light. Fortunately, no one was seriously hurt. Both drivers and the passenger of the Pinto were taken to St. Luke's Hospital. All 3 were treated and released.
Mother's Day was used to bring attention to world peace today. Bells rang in Boise and around the country as groups demonstrated for a ban on nuclear weapons. NewsCenter 7's Jim Lemon has this report on a demonstration that took place at a local park this afternoon.
The gathering is part of a nationwide effort protesting nuclear weapons. A Vermont doctor started the bell ringing several years ago, and this is the first year for Idaho.
You know, throughout history, bells have been used for celebrations.
The numbers here are small, but organizers say that doesn't matter.
What it comes down to, I think, is that we don't know what will make a difference. It may be one small thing. We do what we can.
A peace bill treaty calls for the end of nuclear weapons and for people to be at peace with the world. No small achievement, but something these folks take seriously.
I'm not alone in wanting peace, that there are other people. I think we all do, but we don't know how, lots of us don't know how to express it, and this is just one way of expressing our desire for peace.
Children are often a big factor in peace demonstrations. This event is no different. Youngsters release balloons to float through the sky. Inside are messages asking for a unified attempt at peace.
Coming together, we increase our energy, and hopefully if enough individuals feel as we do, you know, we will find peace in this world.
This is the only effort in Idaho to join others around the country in ringing bells for the peace movement. Idaho peace groups say today is the right time for this kind of celebration because it's Mother's Day, a time when the world turns its attention towards compassion and caring. At Capitol Park, Jim Lemon, NewsCenter 7.
Star Wars would provide a shield against nuclear attack for the United States, but government researchers say it will be at least the 1990s before the system is perfected. This is what it could look like. The U.S. would have orbiting space stations that fire laser beams at incoming Russian missiles. Some scientists believe such a system would still not be enough to protect us. And coming up, we'll tell you about the cool reception the Pope has received in Holland this weekend. His visit has prompted a riot.
And also about the oldest climber to reach the top of the world's highest mountain.
Mismatch savings on Serta mattresses in Box Springs, now at Jim's Sales and Distribution Center. Serta put discontinued covers on some fine quality mattresses in Box Springs. The result? Mismatched sets at super mismatch savings. Jim made a special buy of these Serta sets, and you can share in the savings. Mismatch values in twin, regular, and queen sizes. Closeout covers on comfortable Serta mattresses and Box Springs. And now at Jim's, savings also on a good selection of Serta's famous Perfect Sleepers. The firmness that feels good. Special prices while they last. Extraordinary values on extraordinary sleep sets by Serta to make the rest of your life better, night after night. Serta from Jim's Sales and Distribution Center, 1115 Lusk, near the east entrance to Ann Morrison Park.
Twiggy.
Yes, Tommy?
I want you to take care of your lungs.
Oh, why?
So we can go on dancing forever.
Oh, all right.
Take care of your lungs. They're only human. The American Lung Association, the Christmas Seal people.
Dutch police had to fire warning shots to scatter demonstrators protesting Pope John Paul's visit today. Many of those in the hostile crowd were yelling, "Kill the Pope."
What the Dutch don't like are John Paul's views on women and birth control. Keith Miller has more on the Pope's day.
Some applauded, some booed.